Welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. On this show, it's all about dads. Billy, our daily operations director, has two of our foster dads, and you don't want to miss this show. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm your host, Billy Hubbard, alongside our special guest, Jose Rosso and Zach Clay. This show is designated to talk all about dads and all the importance that we are in the family unit and the foster care organization as well. Today we are going to talk to two special guys today, learn how they started at Second Chance Youth Ranch and their journey through the entire process. Hopefully you guys will be inspired and want to join our organization, and it will answer some questions that you might have or obstacles that have possibly been hindering you from becoming foster parents. All right, we'll start with Zach. How are you guys?
Doing great.
Good.
Great. Enjoying this weather.
Right. Yes. Zach, why don't you introduce kind of where we're at, tell everybody where we're at, kind of where you live, maybe Rosso lives as well, and then tell us how you became foster parents at Second Chance Ranch and maybe your family dynamic.
Yeah, so we're right here in Bryant, Arkansas. I live across the street actually, but right behind us is this beautiful pond, and this is actually Rosso's house you see back there with that beautiful deck on the back. And we're right across the street, and so anytime we want to come fish, this is the spot. But we've been with the ranch now about 4 years, and 4 years ago we went to this thing called the Hope Conference. Mm-hmm. Now, the Hope Conference is a big deal in Arkansas because that's where foster parents can go to get almost all of their education hours that we have to get every year to stay licensed foster parents. So everyone in Arkansas tries to hit that conference so they can be done with their training hours. Mm-hmm. And while we were there, we saw a recruiting table for the Second Chance Youth Ranch, and we got some information, prayed about it. Turns out we had friends who already worked here. And at the time, we were already foster parents, and we had already adopted one of our foster kiddos, and we just wanted to do more. Growing up, I was a foster kid and always wanted to be a foster parent, and so heard about the ranch. We needed a bigger home. Mr. Billy said, well, I've got good news for you. And it was just a match made, literally from heaven. God led us here, and he's been stuck with me ever since.
What's your favorite thing about being a foster dad?
My favorite thing about being a foster dad, being able to impact all these children who's come into our home. Mm-hmm. My wife and I were counting them up the other day. It's about 40 kids we've shared our home with the last few years. And being able to share with them the love of Jesus, every single one of them, any age, any background, any ethnicity, praying over them, scripture with them, going to church with them, and just watching them grow and develop a faith that they otherwise would not have had, and just building the kingdom. That's my favorite part.
That's
by
great.
far.
That's great. Jose, we've become real good friends, and I think we've had collectively 27 years of foster dad experience. So tell us, first of all, Jose Rosso is from Puerto Rico. Tell us your journey from Puerto Rico to Bryant, and tell us your current family dynamic as well.
Well, I hope that we have time for this story because I coming here into Arkansas in 2011 to know this. For first time, Arkansas. I never hear about Arkansas. I hear about Boston, Chicago, New York, Arkansas, where that place is. And then my wife living here in Arkansas for 20 years. And I come in 2011 for first time, and I love it. I love it. And when I live in Puerto Rico and I'm coming here, there was a long journey and trust God. 3 days before that, return to Puerto Rico, I had that God speak to me and say, it's time to move. And I say, what? And I say, okay, I quit my job, I left, sells everything, and I come here, and this journey about the take care of kids in foster care, that was another journey. That's an amazing journey.
Yeah.
My wife started in dance class to these kids in foster care. That's a ministry that we support in Family Church, Brian. Is what is the name of that place? Is Doxa, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the first connection, and then after that we start find more information and more information about this ministry, and we sit down with Billy and Rachel, and the rest is story. You know, that was a God plan that I never think about it. That's what.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think when we first started becoming foster parents, and you guys let me know this, as far as being a dad, one, we were in with I had 7 teenage girls when we started back in years ago, 17 years ago. And I knew my wife would probably make the bigger impact, I thought, at first. She's like, I really don't know a lot about guys. We're newly married. Let's do the girls' homes. So I said, okay, well, that's fine if you're comfortable with that, and we'll see. So I really thought I might have a back seat to kind of what was going on, but I feel like as the role of the dad, it was really the front seat. I really loved, they really wanted to be involved. I was able, at first I was like, okay, I'm not going to be able to play football. I'm not going to be playing basketball. I'm not going to be doing golf. I'm not going to be able to go out and work on the oil and change tires and all those things. That's wrong. I've taught each one of my girls how to change a flat tire.
Absolutely.
Change the oil. We were doing routes at the dirt road at the ranch, doing routes through, slant routes and post patterns, and they loved it. They loved it. And I didn't realize how much they craved that. Mm-hmm. So if you're a dad out there today thinking, I don't know if I have a big impact at this, I don't know if I want to do this, you're wrong. You're wrong. They need this, and they thrive on that, and they really thrive. I love when my girls now, this was 17 years ago, so I have girls that are like, have on their own kids now, and they call me, and I'll ask about their week. So, oh, well, Dad, I had a flat tire on 6:30, or I had something. I'm like, what did you do? Why didn't you call me? They were like, Dad, you taught me how to change a flat tire.
Right.
Talk about moments right there. So when we come back, we're going to get a little bit more information about Zach and Rosso to learn a little bit more about them. Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
A mission field around you is filled with young hearts needing a forever family. And at Second Chance Youth Ranch, our team is committed to providing healthy, stable, loving homes and families to hurting children in the Arkansas foster care system and those up for adoption. Please contact us if you feel the tug at your heart to help foster or adopt, and find out the steps you could take to help fulfill a child's lifelong dream. Maybe you can't foster or adopt, but you could help. The need for thousands of children in the system is staggering. But with the help of faithful partners and business alliances, we are meeting those needs right now. Would you help us make a difference? Every gift, regardless of size, impacts a child's life directly and helps provide for a home in the gap right now. Visit the Second Chance Youth Ranch website at 2CYR.org to read more, watch the stories, and to make a contribution for a hurting child's care. Monthly partners are needed, so please contact us right away. And as you partner with this ministry, you are partnering with the Heavenly Father that has promised to be Father to the fatherless. God bless you for helping Second Chance Youth Ranch.
Welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm your host, Billy Hubbard, alongside our super dads, Jose Rosso and Zach Clay. Recently, we did a team building exercise at Second Chance Youth Ranch, and we might share that today. I wanted everyone to get to know a lot of our staff members really well. We've got staff members from all over the country and territories of America. Puerto Rico, we've got a couple moving here in a couple of weeks from Philadelphia. We've got them from all over. So Hispanic, African American, Caucasian, all kinds of races and different languages. We may even have Rosso speak some Spanish here in a minute. We don't know. But we did this team building exercise that I want to share with you guys today. We were I wanted them to bring something special, like a show and tell item. And we did that to kind of learn about each other and all. And I always see kids doing show and tell. Well, why can't adults do that as well? So we're going to do that today. I told them to bring something that really meant something to them from their childhood, and I wanted them to explain that. I brought some, when I did ours, I didn't bring it today, but I brought a medal. I ran the New York City Marathon years ago, and my leg was injured, and I just prayed the Lord would heal me, and that I would be able to run this race. I was trained for so long, but everything hurt, my leg hurt, but I lined up with the Lord's strength. I finished that marathon. Afterwards, everything hurt but my leg. I should have prayed for my whole body not hurting, but I showed that and kind of talked to them. But what they showed to me, I think it might minister to somebody. So Zach, why don't you go first and tell them what means special to you?
Well, I brought my lunchbox because food is my love language. No. So this is actually my crayon box from first grade. I went to first grade in Quitman, Arkansas, and even though we lived in a little town called B Branch, and growing up, it was a pretty tough time because mom and dad real deep in addiction and alcohol, and dad, he had gotten into an accident before I was born in the 80s, and it wrecked his body. So he's, from head to toe, he's totally disabled, and got hooked on muscle relaxers and those kind of pain pills, you know. And so we hopped around from trailer park to trailer park. We were homeless a lot. We almost never had electricity and running water at the same time. It was pretty tough times. And they were always, you know, addiction will lead you into a life, you know, sin takes you deeper than you want to go. And, you know, they would pop up with felonies, warrants. We'd have to move to a new county, you know, just run on the run. Hard for them to just really hanker down anywhere and set a home base. And so I have nothing, absolutely nothing from my childhood, no pictures. We moved a lot. I think by the time I got to high school in 8th and 9th grade, I've been to 14, 15 different schools. And so I have no childhood friends, nothing like that. But I do have this crayon box from the first grade. I can't tell you how this survived this whole time.
All your moves and all your life journeys and how that is still in your possession is amazing.
I mean, it's incredible. So when we lived in Bree Branch, that was one of our golden years for my brother and I. I mean, we had, it was a lot, you know, I was out in the country, beautiful scenery like this right here. We had a tree house, man. We had 3-wheelers, which are outlawed now, but it was a really great time. We had both mom and dad. Mom died when I was 8 years old from pneumonia and chronic alcoholism. She couldn't beat pneumonia, so she ended up passing away. But before then, when mom and dad were with us in B Branch, it was a great time. And this is from my school year there. And so this reminds me that throughout all the hard times we had some good times. And now my dad, pretty rough person, been that way since he was born. He has lots of scars, and I mean battle scars all over his body. A lot of them he got from his dad. And if my life sounded rough, it isn't nothing compared to his life. So this is a reminder to me that no matter how bad things got for us, my dad gave me a better life than his dad gave him.
Praise God.
And it means a lot to me, and just wanted to share that with everyone today. So appreciate you giving me the opportunity.
Show everybody the front of that.
Yeah, so this says Colton Clay. Colton is my middle name. I don't know if mom and dad argued over using my first name or middle name, but middle name won. My whole family calls me Colton instead of Zachary. But Zach's my first name, so I go by Zach now. But I kept my crayons in this. Never went to kindergarten, actually. So I went straight into first grade. I don't know if that's legal or not, but it worked out. And so I've held on to this for so long. And my dad gave this to me just about a year ago. So he's the one who's actually held on to it this whole time. And so I'm so thankful for that.
What would you say to somebody that is watching tonight, especially maybe a dad, that said, you know what, I had a not so good upbringing. I don't think I'm qualified. I don't have a lot of money. I don't know if I really have the life experiences to help foster children. What would you tell them?
I would tell them they're in the same boat as me. I'm a dummy with no money. I have no special abilities whatsoever. People tell us all the time when we tell them we're foster parents, oh man, it takes real special people to do what y'all do. It doesn't. It does not. Literally from the first man and woman ever made, Adam and Eve, God designed us to care for children. That's just the way it is. And we know in what book of James tells us, caring for widows and orphans is true religion before God. It's a universal calling. Loving your neighbor, it's a universal calling. Caring for children, it's a universal thing. And you'd be surprised how you can impact people. One of the strangest experiences in doing foster care is children who are complete strangers to me move in my home and start calling me dad. That was weird for me at first. Someone who's not your blood calling you dad. But really, they're not just calling you dad. They're not trying to make you their biological father, but they recognize you as a father figure. And so that's pretty cool to me.
We'll be back right after this.
If I could wish for one more thing, I'd wish to see my dad one more time. My name is Ace and I am 13 years old. I like to play basketball, I love to play video games, and I love to hang out with my friends that I meet at school. I want to either be a famous basketball player or a famous gamer. My favorite basketball player is Kobe Bryant. My favorite subject is science. I only got one bad grade. That is in language arts. I'm trying to redeem myself and come back strong. A perfect day is sunny, birds, peaceful, not by the interstate, because I live right beside the interstate and it's annoying. I like food. I like to eat burgers, fries, ice cream. I like to eat gummy bears. I'm obsessed with gummy bears. Let's see. I would choose the Twix.
Why is that?
It's crunchy. It's got caramel. Look, it's got chocolate. It's got the crunchy stuff in it. I like this.
And there's two of them.
Yes, there is two. I've been in foster care for, I want to say 5 years. It's been tough. I get to move places a lot because I have to. I want to be adopted because I want a family I can love. Everything would change. I would be happy, yeah, and not depressed all the time. That would mean a lot, to be honest with you. I'd be grateful. Family is always going to be there for you. Family, they will love you. Even sometimes when I'm grounded or something, I just move on, apologize.
Welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm the host, Billy Hubbard, today with a special guest, Jose Rosso and Zach Clay.
Yeah.
Right now, Jose Rosso is going to talk about a show and tell item I think that's dear to his heart and probably propelled him into foster care.
Yes, sir. This is my wedding album. Get married in Puerto Rico. This is my family here that you can see. My daughter, my mom, my brothers, my dad. And this special woman here, you can see it, is my mom.
Wow.
That time she had cancer. She was quiet in my wedding. She not say nothing about it. Strong woman, and she's very quiet person. With that moment, that bad news coming, she was super quiet. Nobody knows she had cancer. What can I say? Special woman in my life. Even my mom, you know. She was very strong. She showed us to be honest, work hard, learn everything in this life, because you never know in what moment you want to use that skill that maybe to cook, that I love to cook. Bust them up inside the house, help your wife. Right now, that's what we do right now. Me and my wife help with these kids coming with hurt inside, and we can help in here in Second Youth Ranch to provide that help, that love, especially when they don't know about Jesus, and we know, and we can show them, like my mom showed me how to love, how to work hard, be honest. That's what we show to these kids when they coming, but especially Jesus. That's the most important.
Yeah.
If they equip us, they equip me. I be moved from Puerto Rico when I be 40. My English was a little, not so good, but he equipped me to understand, to, they can talk, communicate with my kids, and especially my wife helped me a lot too. And what can I say? We are here to help them. To the best part when all these kids come in to our house is when that special moment this kid can trust in you.
Yeah.
It's amazing,
Wow.
when they coming is feared. Who's these people? When the time start passing, we know each other. That's special when they trust completely in you. They can give a hug, we can smile, we can run together. This is a battlefield that we can go together hand by hand, and that's so special for me.
Rosso, I want you to speak this in Spanish and then in English, okay? I know we have a lot of Spanish viewers. We have 3 Spanish Puerto Rican couples that we work with, and a lot of Hispanic foster children, and it's growing more and more and more. Would you, if someone was hesitant about being a foster parent, could you tell them why they should not be? Say that briefly, maybe 30 seconds in Spanish and then in English.
Ya, creo que deberían primero hablar con Dios, estar en oración con ellos, estar con Él, y esto es un buen comienzo para ayudar a otros, como Jesús lo explicó. I think that it's a good journey. Don't be afraid to be a foster dad, and talk with God, pray about it. He want to confirm, He want to prepare you, He want to equip you in every area. Don't be afraid. Come on, begin this journey. There's so many kids that need you. They need hug. They need be smiling. They be run.
Yeah.
They have happiness in their heart right now, and they need you right now. In Jesus' name, I feel like I don't know, so power in Jesus. They can. God is gonna open doors.
Yeah.
What I love about Second Chance Youth, I came here to really help others, but it's really, the community has really helped me.
Yes.
Here in your all story, my father was in foster care from the age of 8 years old until he was 18, till he went off to college. And back then, they drove a bus to college and dropped you off, and that was it. That was back in the 60s. And there was definitely times to where it was difficult for him to show love and expression in the way that I would have wanted it to happen.
Right.
But I knew he did his best. But becoming a member of Second Chance Youth Ranch and showing the love of Christ that everyone has here has really become my family as well. Seeing your upbringing, yours and yours, we come from all over the world really to come as a family. So it's been really a challenging start. It's been a beautiful progression. Zach, do we have a minute? We have a couple minutes left. I really want to get into kind of the opportunities at Second Chance Youth Ranch, the opportunities of fostering. We have two different paths you could go: campus foster families or fostering in your own home. Right now we're set outside of a beautiful campus here.
Yeah.
This is called our campus homes, or Destiny homes. And Zach and Rosa both live in two different homes here on the same campus. Can you describe what you do, how your family moves here, the home, a vehicle, and kind of all that in kind of a day-to-day situation here?
Yeah, so it's almost like you could see this as like a missionary role. What we did is, we know God called us here, and most definitely called us to care for foster kids. And we had started that journey before we joined the ranch. And so when we just fell in love with the ministry of caring for children, we were willing to go all in. And so what we did is we sold our home. We sold everything that belonged to us. The home we sold didn't even compare to the beautiful home that God provided to us through the ranch. And so when we moved in, we were all in from the beginning, and God filled it with kids, and filled it with love, and filled it with tantrums. No, I'm kidding. Don't think it's all good times.
Yeah.
We don't want to sell this like some fairy tale, but when you follow the call of God on your life, when you put your hand to the plow, there's no looking back. And if you do look back, you can't plow a straight line while you're doing this. So, and you got to remember, ministry is giving your life away.
That's right. That's good.
For others. So it's a big step, but what you're changing lives, man.
At the bottom of
Tell
the
you what.
screen, you'll have information of how to contact us, whether you want to be a campus parent or community parent. Thank you for watching Second Chance Youth TV. God bless.